What's up? Beyoncé.
We live in a world of great promise and hope. It is also a world of despair, disease, and hunger. As long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can truly rest.
Can you hide these comments?
While poverty persists, there is no true freedom.
Yeah,
we ask our leaders
to
demonstrate their commitment and not engage with hollow promises. We want action. Do not look the other way. Do not hesitate. It is easy to make promises.
What is going on?
But never go to action. Overcoming poverty is an act of justice. It is the protection of a fundamental human right, the right to dignity and decent life. We have a historical opportunity to open the door to hope and the possibility of a better future for all. Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that great generation. Let your greatness blossom. I thank you.
Global citizens, please give a warm welcome to Oprah Winfrey.
Y'all got me fucked.
Saudi Banani.
My God.
South Africa. Good evening, South Africa.
The stage. Like, what time is it? It's 2:24.
In 2002, I was invited to spend 10 days and nights with Nelson Mandela.
25 minutes.
We shared 29 consecutive
meals. My life in 25
breakfast,
minutes.
lunch, and dinner
you already know.
At his table.
You already know I'm getting my life. Look, I already got the...
And for me to have a seat at this man's table to break bread and linger over conversation and laugh and listen and actually bear witness to his nobility, to his humility, to his tenderness, to his wit, and his courage was one of the greatest honors of my life.
All right, Hope.
And by the end of our visit, I can honestly describe him as a friend. It's a word that I never use like. Nelson Mandela, as we all know, entered prison as a man defiant and determined. He left 27 years later, not only a president, but in my mind, and I know in South Africa's mind, a king. He was a king in every sense of the word. He commanded respect. He modeled integrity. He brought joy and hope to every life he touched. He used his power judiciously. He could have crushed his oppressors. Instead, he chose to defeat them without ever dishonoring them. He sought to reconcile, not to retaliate. And during his time in prison, he was not allowed to raise his own children. So instead, he came out
Did her mic cut off? Oh shit! Her mic cut off. Her mic cut off. Her mic cut off. Oh my God, her mic cut off. Yo!
He came out and he raised a nation. And we're all the better because Nelson Mandela lived. His legacy continues to live, and tonight it speaks to us, urging each one of us to become a global citizen, forging a more equitable and secure world for all people. We can use this global citizen platform to fuel a movement of individual acts of grace and heroism and humanity, just as Madiba wanted. And we can recognize that it really doesn't take enough to pull another person from despair. Every single one of us has the ability to comfort and strengthen somebody through small acts of kindness, like buying sanitary pads, or buying books, or providing clean water. We can open someone's world to new possibilities.
I know.
Better opportunities and a much deeper faith in humanity. We can help somebody to feel, if not cherished, which is my very favorite word.
Why is she speaking so slow?
We can help somebody to feel at least not alone. And that, my friends, is everything. You know, I always thought that it was because Madiba was a citizen of the world. He really got to see how the power of one leads to the empowerment of many.
I really don't.
See, he knew that when a society is wounded, we all bleed. That when many are lacking, all of us are less than we could be. That until each of us is truly free, all of us are in shackles. He understood what a remarkable gift we give when one person offers comfort and strength to another. Nelson Mandela said something else that seems particularly apropos on a night like this. He said, music is a great blessing because it gets people free to dream. It can unite us to all sing with one voice. I want all of us to leave here tonight, not just having enjoyed this amazing day and fantastical festival, but also leave here dreaming big about what more we can do to dig deep into the world and help push it to a better place. Sing your song, sing it loud, and sing in your own voice, in your own way. Sing it from the space you hold right now. And you can make the kind of joyful noise that turns hope into action for someone who's not as blessed as you have been. Because let me tell you, no matter what's gone down in your life, there's always somebody out there who's not as blessed as you have been. If you do even one small thing every day, you'll be building your own legacy, because as Maya Angelou taught me, your legacy isn't some great big grand gesture that's waiting to happen. Your legacy is every life you touch.
I'm sorry.
So I've been fortunate to witness up close and personal how when you help someone else, your blessings return to you 10 times.
My dance.
I built a school right here in South Africa to help girls become leaders of the new South Africa. And every time one of them succeeds, it is my greatest reward. Nelson Mandela was living proof that when we help others, when we free others, we're the ones who actually get liberated. When we elevate somebody, you not only get lifted, you get to soar. So to each and every one of you tonight, I say, bravo, bravo, as you have earned your ticket here by rising up and serving others. So let's leave this great gathering, allowing the music and the message of this centennial celebration
this one, I hope not.
to renew our commitment to genuine transformation. Let's insist on a world where every girl, child is protected and every little boy feels safe. Let's pledge ourselves to being true global citizens, and let us at long last become the change we want to see in education, in clean water, in health, in gender equality, everywhere. We're all on this sacred earth to learn to get along. Can we just get along?
I hate bitches on top.
We're here to learn to take care of ourselves, to give a hand up to those who are falling behind. We can and we must and we will live in a society where, as Madiba explained, overcoming poverty is not just a gesture of charity. It is an act of justice. So pick a cause, get busy, let's build together, let's learn together, let's leave this place locking arms together and create a better planet in which to live. Aman La! And now, it is my privilege.
Thank you. Look at the high. They are like, yes.
To introduce a long-time activist. He opposed the apartheid government alongside Nelson Mandela. He played one of the most influential roles in drafting the new constitution when South Africa transitioned to a democratic state.
A
true human rights advocate. He was awarded the Olaf Palme Prize for courage and wisdom in the solidarity struggle for human rights.
I know y'all heard that. I know y'all did.
He was a member of the UN Global Leadership Group that advised on business and human rights. He established the Shanduka Foundation to focus on education and small business creation in South Africa. And it was Nelson Mandela's express wish that this man be his successor as leader of the people of South Africa. And this year, Madiba's wish was granted. It gives me great pleasure to introduce President Cyril Ramaphosa.
They really dragging it. It's just, like, I feel like they're going to give us less than 25 minutes because they keep dragging this.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I thought that was Bill Cosby. No disrespect. No disrespect.
Abshin. It's a real pleasure to be here tonight. But let me start off by thanking Oprah Winfrey for all the wonderful things she has done for the girls of South Africa. Oprah, we say thank you very much for having opened a school here in South Africa.
I have to work tonight. See, people got things to do.
And tonight, I want to say halala Nelson Mandela, halala.
Why that video go?
Halala Bettina Sisulu, halala. Halala Winnie Madikizela Mandela, halala. Tonight we celebrate the life of Nelson Mandela. We celebrate the life of a great man. And as we celebrate, tonight it's a great demonstration of how all of us feel about Nelson Mandela, the father of our nation. And with that, we say, long live the spirit of Nelson Mandela. Long live.
All right. You better come on stage.
We also celebrate the values that Madiba stood for and the principles that he taught us, as well as what he fought for. We are united by Madiba's vision of a world where every human being lives in freedom, prosperity, and dignity. His spirit is the driving force behind the global citizen movement. Tonight, as we get together here, I can feel Nelson Mandela's spirit. Wherever he is, Nelson Mandela is smiling tonight. He is a very happy man tonight. We are all a community working for free humanity, to free humanity from poverty and inequality, to silence the drums of war and to heal the planet that is our home. Tonight and the whole day today, we've had a number of people speaking here. We are a community firmly bound to the realization of the United Nations Agenda 2030, as well as the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. As we are gathered here in Soweto as a global rainbow, united by our love for the most universal language of all, music. Madiba also believed in music. We are here to sing with one voice, but more importantly, we are also here to act in a united way. Nelson Mandela taught us that it is not the influential, the rich people of the world, or the powerful who make history. It is all of us as ordinary people who do make history. Today, by your mere presence here, you have declared that poverty is a stain on the conscience of humanity, and that we will all work together to end poverty. And today, we have heard from artists, we have heard from presidents of a number of countries, we have heard from business leaders, we have heard from royalty, we have heard from kings and queens, we have also heard from musicians, and many of them have pledged on how we can attain the Sustainable Development Goals. Here in the southernmost part of the continent, we have heeded the call of the global citizen. We have chosen as a country to invest in our youth and to give them the opportunities that they need to succeed in the world. We intend, as we continue spending on education, we intend to spend a further 60 billion rand in the next 2 years to offer young people of our country great opportunities. Tonight we have heard that the target that has been reached is something like 98 billion. Now we as South Africa will top it up and we will make it a wholesome 100 billion so that many people can benefit throughout the world.
Okay,
we have also heard the cry and the call of the girl child.
He wrote this whole
ass speech of education because she cannot afford sanitary products. As a government, we are responding to that call. We have heard the cries of women who endure abuse, who endure violence, and even death at the hands of their partners and strangers alike. We have heard the pain of, we have also heard the pain of the LGBTI community who are confronted daily by the ignorance and the bigotry and discrimination as they are abused. We have heard these calls. We have heard the calls of our people who want land, land to farm, land to live on, and we are going to respond to all those needs that our people have made as we go on with the transformation of the land architecture of our country.
Come on, Beyoncé.
We have heard all these calls, and together we will act to create a better life for all of us. We have gathered here today to give effect to the sustainable development goals, but more importantly, to Nelson Mandela's vision. Siswile, isitwile, Rosy Pa, on that Almalche word. And as now we continue to be regaled with music, with Beyoncé sitting on stage.
Finally!
We have heard you all.
I heard Beyoncé.
And I say to all South Africans, let us be part of this mission. Let us join in. Let us speak out and let us take action. Let us be the generation that ends poverty. As Madiba said, it is now in our hands. Let us go on and make poverty history. Let us end poverty as we work together and make sure that our people get a better life. Long live the spirit of Nelson Mandela. Long live. Amandla. Amandla. Viva Nelson Mandela, viva! Viva Albertina Sisulu, viva!
God.
Viva Winnie Madikizela Mandela, viva!
He's really dragging this.
Amandla.
He's done. Thank God. Okay. Oh my God. I see two people. Oh my God. Please, please don't. Please
Ladies and gentlemen, global citizens and fellow South Africans, please put your hands together and show your appreciation for our leader, President Cyril Ramaphosa.
Ladies and gentlemen,
my friend just said they show one more person besides Beyoncé on a bus of 10.
Than my money is my love. Tonight,
they're lagging.
Tonight, I pledge my love to Africa.
This shit is lagging.
I am a descendant of people who were kidnapped from Africa and made to be slaves. But tonight, some of us came home. And I'm excited for you to see
this camera. What is going on? I thought the Mr. Krabs meme, like,
how strong we are.
What is going on?
How beautiful we got.
It's lagging. Yes, it's lagging.
Good people of South Africa, please welcome
or the audios are matching
the
up.
finest.
I hear somebody talking, but they're showing some
of African American culture. My brother, my sister.
He sounds like
Beyoncé and Jay-Z.
Okay. Woo! Okay, they're coming. They're here. They're here. Okay, but where's it? Yeah, okay. The camera. Hello. Oh my God! I don't see them, but I hear them. Hold on. They got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. Hold on, I'm refreshing the page because I don't know what's going on and I'm getting really pissed off. Oh my God, they're really out here not showing Beyoncé and Jay-Z. I'm really about to fight. I'm about to fight. I'm going to fight. Oh my God, I'm really about to fight somebody. They all messed it up. I can hear them, but I can't see them. Oh my God. Who is in charge of the cameras? What are they doing? They don't fucked it up. They don't fucked it up. Somebody's getting fired. This is so sad. I'm about to cry. Oh my God, I really can't see now.
No matter where I go, black.
Oh my God! I'm about to cry. No, I can't see them. Oh my God! I'm gonna get. What is going on?
This could be real life.
I can hear. Where's B? What's going on? Okay, so basically what's going on, they have the audio of what's going on, but you can't see them. They showing like previous clips of the live stream, but you don't see Beyoncé and Jay-Z right now. I am. Somebody call my game. Somebody on their way. What is going on? What is going on? Never mind. Never mind, it's bad. They fixed it. I was about to square up.
Yo.
I'm crying. Whoa, not yet. I'm about to cry again. Beyoncé and Jay-Z. If you don't show this, this camera. Lighting. It's so bad. Here we go. There they go. Woo! She got black hair. She got black hair. She got black hair. She got black hair. But she has black hair. Do she have? Yeah! Oh my God! I fucking choked. Oh my God! Oh! Look at her! Oh my God! Oh, I'm choking! I'm choking! Come on, bitch!
To take the clothes off my back and I let you.
Oh my God! Wait, she don't have black hair. She don't. No, she don't.
And I watch you eat and I still don't know why.
Outfit. Oh my God, this lady. I really.
Oh, I love you so much.
You can't see me, period.
And you curse my name in spite to put me to shame. You put my laundry on the street, dirty and clean. I give it up a thing, and I still
there she go.
Don't know why.
I literally choked when she came on stage.
Oh, I love you so much.
Oh, I cannot have good lighting.
'Cause baby, it's amazing I'm in this place with you. I just can't correct your code. 'Cause one day you're screaming you love me now, the next day you're so cold. But one day you're here, one day you're there, one day you care. You're so unfair.
You ready?
To the cup, to the Holy Grail.
You told me remind you.
Hey! This is my third time watching this. I've been on the run.
All these lights and cameras. The Google that shit did the hammer. God damn it, I like you. Bright lights get Tyson.
Okay.
All that money in one night. 30 minutes for one fight. As soon as all that money blows.
Oh my God. Dark hair Beyonce is back, but not black hair Beyonce. It's dark hair. Dark brown.
I can even blame her for that. Enough to make me want to
Oh my God, her outfit is so good.
I don't know what to play. I'm trying to get it to myself.
And we are just
entertainers and receivers and contagious and we're just entertainers. 'Cause baby, it's amazing I'm in this place with you. I just can't correct your code. 'Cause one day you're screaming you love me now, the next day you're so cold. One day you're here, one day you're there, one day you care. You're so unfair.
You ready?
to the cup, to the Holy Grail.
Psycho in my lobby.
Got haters in the face, photo shoots with paparazzi. Can even take my daughter for a
Okay, Beyonce.
See him by the corner store. I feel like I'm
waiting for
going
you.
on.
Yo, Maverick! He dances! Oh my God, Maverick! Maverick!
This is all you had to deal with, but they deal with.
He dances. I love him. I love his page. I just spit one, so sorry.
Get the hell up of your high horse. You got the shit that niggas die for. Try yours. Why you mad? Take the with the bath. Throw the baby out with that bathwater. You still alive. Still that nigga. You survive. Still getting bigger. Nigga living the life. Another papers in the building. And this nigga alive. Michael Jackson Thriller.
Baby, it's amazing I'm in this maze with you. I just can't crack your code. 'Cause one day you're screaming you love me now, the next day you're so cold. One day you're here, one day you're there, one day you care. You're so unfair. Holy Grail.
Put my live stream into my bio. Africa.
Joker! Make some noise!
I already know these going to take away. I already know. Look at her.
Global citizens, we love you. And we're here to celebrate you and celebrate Nelson Mandela. Everybody, everything is love.
I still have not I had the album, but never on Wrapped It. That's bad, but I still love Beyonce. She's getting too close in his face.
Hourglass, toast the cliches in the dark past. Toast the cliches in the dark past.
Two-step with us tonight. Yeah. It's just a two-step.
I don't care if we on the run, baby, long as I'm next to you. And if loving you is a crime, tell me why'd I bring out the best in you. I hear sirens while we make love, loud as hell, but they don't know. And nowhere near us, I will hold your heart and your gun. I don't care if they come. No.
Oh my God, dark Beyoncé is bad. Dark brown.
I know it's crazy, but
this lighting is bothering me so bad.
Now that I found the places that you take me. Without you, I got nothing to lose.
I'm an outlaw, got an outlaw shit. Bumping Tupac on my outlaw shit. Max tax ink don't come on, even print more. And things ring off. I'm now 30. My past ain't pretty. My lady is, my Mercedes is. My baby mama harder than a lot of niggas. Keep it 100, hit the lottery niggas. Got that life, they got a lot of. No, it's to the death. I hope it's not me. Cross the line. Speak about mine. I'm a wave to tech. I'm a geek about mine. To predict where it's way back. I click clack. Push the motherfucker way back. I did that. I've been robbing since a Julie.
Hey, get it.
In the truck, busting you. He's like.
Can we take y'all back?
Look for me, young me, pushing down the west side. Doing what we like to do. Eyes behind shades, this necklace, the reason all of my taste. With blind taste with the tape. I got my double wear skirt with me. I'm mashing the cash, she's grabbing the whip. She rides with me. The new father, you're winning. Only time we don't sing is doing Sex in the City.
Oh, she looks so good.
Every please, as soon as the show's over, she's right back to me and my soldier. Cause mommy's a rider, and I'm a roller. When I stick after, how they gon' stop focus whenever she likes.
Oh shit, what I just did?
I'm that looks better. I'm on track, mommy is keeping me focused. So let's lock this down like it's supposed to be. The 03, Bonnie and Clyde, hold the beat. Holla, all I need in this life is sex. It's my girlfriend, my girlfriend.
Down the ride to the very end. It's me and my boyfriend. If somebody hurt you, even if the somebody was me.
That's right.
Yeah.
They jamming.
Sometimes I trip on how happy we could be.
My phone down.
Take them upside.
So I put this on my life. Nobody or nothing won't ever come between us, and I promise I'll give my life. Loving my trust if you was my boyfriend. Put this on my life. The air that I breathe in, all that I believe in, I promise I'll give my life. Loving my trust if you was my boyfriend.
All I need in this life is say, it's me, my girlfriend, you're my girlfriend.
Down the ride to the very end. It's me and my boyfriend.
Say that. All I need in this life is say, it's me, you're my girlfriend, you're my girlfriend.
Down the ride to the very end. It's me and my boyfriend, me and my boyfriend.
You think we're gonna do summer? Do you think we're gonna do summer? What do y'all think? I don't know. Okay, but I don't remember this. Oh shit! Don't glitch on me, bitch. Okay, that's me. Me. He is literally me right now. This lighting is so bad. I'm so sorry, y'all. I really am sorry. It's the best I can do right now.
For like they give me love, oh. Now you the catch my shot. For your sake, I will go touch you. Yeah. We go drive around before my Porsche. Baby, pana. They say you like you all. I get you all. Baby, pana. Anywhere let's go. I can follow you to go. Baby, pana. They say you like cassava. I get big cassava. Baby, pana. My love for you never die.
Oh, Beyoncé experience.
Oh baby, baby, you too sweet forever. Oh baby, dance to like what? Make a take you to Babalada.
Oh shit, the Love Drought video. Grown woman! Oh my god! Is it grown woman? Is it grown woman? I hear grown woman. Is it grown woman? I think I do. An interlude. Oh! It's shit! Oh my. Stop! Oh, they got the people from the actual album cover. Look, they got the people from the album cover. How iconic. Fuck y'all. Oh my god.
Louder! Louder!
Ooh.
How y'all feeling?
Oh shit, this outfit! Step my money fast and go fast, fast like my Lambo. I've been jumping off the stage, ho, jumping, hey. Crowd better save, ho, crowd better hate. I can't believe we made it.
You are what we thankful for.
I can't believe we made it.
I ain't never seen a crowd going out. Give me my chick. Put some respect on my chick.
Watching the first one that start. He got a bad bitch. We would have lavish. 1, 2.
I got expensive habits.
You know what I was saying?
You like to run away.
You want to give me that vitamin D.
I should stop calling me. You ain't gonna no, just stay on this.
Bottom of jet. Shut up, hello. Believe the dead. Get off my dick. Give me the ball, give me the ball. Take your top ship. Tell my girls and put them all on the spaceship.
Have you ever seen a crowd going at shit?
Start my money fast and go.
Like my Lambo. I be jumping off that stage, ho. Crowd better save it. I can't believe we made it. You are what we thankful for. Can't believe we made it.
Made it.
You ever see the crowd going at shit?
In the fucking coop, gonna pull up in the zoo. I'm like cheeky, meat by tiki, who been lying, king of you. Pocket watching like kangaroos. Tell these clowns who ain't amused. Man, a clinch for that monkey business. 4-5 got change for you. On the case we came through. Presidential with the cane too. One better get you with the residential. Undefeated with the cane too. I said no to the Super Bowl. You need me, I don't need you. Every night we in the end zone. Tell the NFL we in stage 2. Last night was the puppet too. Stage diving in the ruler people river. Liverpool like a fucking Beatles. Smoking really glue like a fucking nigga. Tell them
all the dancers. You have to see it.
Dance like my Lambo. Jumping off the stage, ho. Crowd better save us. Can't believe we made it. Is this what we thankful?
I can't believe we made it. Made it.
Have you ever seen a crowd going ape shit? Haters in danger.
Whole lot of ganging. 35 chains. I'm gonna dance for the fame. I was on my way. She's got to do claim. Oh, I talk to my bitches on fire, they go to the and top it off. To my favorite alcohol.
I'm so lit, I need Tylenol. All of my niggas, I free them all.
Hopping up on the single star. You man, I'm missing all.
Chicken my inhibitions.
One part. 2 minutes, 50 of the rich and yeah, live in the field. Somebody digging on me, man. I'm
look at my joy, I'm lethal. These guys don't need it, see. I'm watching everything they equal. I got to talk back in the beast.
Give me the ball, take it top shit. Call my girls and put him out on a spaceship.
And when I wake up, say I'll make it famous. Have you ever seen a crowd going at shit? Take my money back to go fast. Bad like my Lambo. I be jumping off the stage, oh. Crowd better save it. I can't believe we made it.
Okay, B. Hey.
Can't believe we made it.
Hey, late. Hey, you better say yes, babe. Come on, get it. Hey. They so offbeat. Y'all offbeat as hell. We're crying.
We love y'all.
I'm about to fight. I'm about to fight somebody. They fuck it up again.
Yeah. I can do anything.
I'm about to fight. They cut the music off. That's it. I'm so mad. No. That's the 25 minutes. Is that it? No. I'm really about to start crying. I want it more. Why would you play us like that? That's it. You know what? I don't want to. You know what? I'm over. Goodbye. I'm so done. Yes, and this live stream. I'm so pissed.